Okay, we're here at Firhill with Partick Thistle's legendary manager John Lambie. Hi John, how are you keeping?
I'm keeping very well, yeah.
Absolutely.
Very well. Can't complain.
Do you still feel like you're coming home when you walk into Firhill these days?
Oh yeah, I love coming to Firhill, to be honest with you. I mean, this was the place that actually made me as a manager, you want to put it that way, and everything's just been rosy at Firhill, so no complaints.
Does it come as a surprise that you're still associated with the club here, whereas you're obviously held in high regard at Hamilton and you had so many years at Falkirk as well? Is it a surprise that you're still involved with the club here?
No, not really. I mean, this is my favourite club, you know, and at the end of the day, I mean, the directors have been superb with us here, and as I say, I'm not an associate director. At the end of the day, that's not my title here. I come here and I do anything I can for the club, hospitality or anything that's needing done. And a Saturday, then I'm here to do it.
Right. I was going to ask, what exactly does your role entail? Is there any football involved?
No football, to be honest. We've just gone round tables, meeting people, maybe going outside, getting photos, staying with people that come over here. I mean, I've even met people for Leeds out there, which is very surprising, which you never realise when you're a manager in the club. But I've had my photo taken 2 or 3 times with them, you know. So coming up for Leeds is a big thing. They're just more than me out there that are crazy Partick supporters.
How do you feel the club's progressing these days then?
I think they're doing very well considering the circumstances. I mean, it's very hard financially. If you go to the Premier League and look at the likes of Rangers and Celtic, and they really struggle. So I think Ian McCall's done a good job here, to be honest with you.
Yeah, did you rate Ian McCall as a manager?
Yeah, he's got a good record. The only thing is, I'll put a wee one in here at the end of the day. When I was manager and he was manager of Airdrie, he was just unlucky that day because we pipped him and won the league that year.
So what was the score between yourself and McCall in head-to-heads? Who came out on top? Was it just the one game?
Nah, I think I came out on top, to be honest with you.
Aye. Will he back that one up?
Well, he can back it up if he wants. Records proves itself. I think there have been 5 championships, so there have been 3 here and 2 at Hamilton. So.
Yeah, absolutely. So what do you think the ambition should be short term of Partick Thistle?
The ambition is to be to get back in the Premier League. I mean, you shouldn't become a manager if you don't set your sights high. You've got to be positive in football. If you think negative, you're not going to get anywhere, and I'm sure Ian thinks positive. 1 or 2 players, they might need 1 or 2 players, but that was my name. That was my middle name, 2 players short Lambie, so I think Ian's the same as me. But they've been doing well. I reckoned if they'd have won against Dunfermline last week, with their 2 home games, and then win this game, that would have put the cat in the pigeons as far as St Johnstone. That would have put more pressure on them, but I thought they were very unlucky. It was a good game. They were very unlucky against Dunfermline.
It's been well documented that Partick have got some of the best players in the division. There's no doubt about that. Do you think the club should be doing all they can to hold on to all those players?
Well, that's up to the club. That's up to the manager and the chairman of the club or the directors of the club. I mean, directors make decisions. I mean, I've come through it all with directors. I've been tooth and nail with directors. As I say, 2 players long, short Lambie, and going to the directors and say, I need 50,000, I need 60,000. But the money's not there in the game now, so the supporters will just have to sit tight and be quite happy with the situation that's going on at the present time.
Absolutely. You're looking well, as I said earlier. Ever harbour any dreams of returning to the hot seat yourself?
No, I had a chance. I could have been back in it, I think, if I went, but I wouldn't go, and I'm not going to mention too much about it. I told Amy about it. I had a chance to go down to England, but I says to myself, no, I just wanted to finish my career with Partick Thistle, so why should I go somewhere else?
Was that in your last year at Thistle you got that chance?
No, that's when I was away for Thistle. That's when I was retired, supposed to be.
Yeah. And did he give it some serious thought?
No, I never gave it any serious thought. I just told him I wasn't. He invited me down for lunch, the chairman, and I said I wasn't interested.
So now you find yourself coming here on match day still for home games anyway. Are you comfortable watching the game for the stands?
I'm never comfortable here. Always kicking the ball into every ball that gets played. You're up to kick with that. That's the way I worked in the dugout and that. So you've got to have enthusiasm for the game, and everybody's completely different. You get people that can sit there, like the boy Patterson that was up at Inverness. He just sat there and smoked a cigarette. I couldn't. I had to be prancing up and down here and keep myself fit.
Speaking of which, how are you coping with the smoking ban at football grounds?
I'm not too bad. I can stop any time. I've no problem stopping smoking, but I enjoy a cigarette, especially after a drink, or especially after Partick's got a victory. Get a wee drink and smoke, nothing wrong with it. The only thing is I'm missing the big cigars. I'm not getting any presents of cigars at the present time.
Note to supporters. And what about your pigeons? I believe you're going to be giving those up.
I have gave them up. I've sold my stock birds last year down to England, and they're a sale a week to come this Sunday. That's the rest of them going. So I've no time for them, and at the end of the day, the old chest, the old stour off the pigeons doesn't help. So I want to live another few years just to see Thistle winning, getting into the Premier League.
Absolutely. Go on and give us your prediction for this season.
The predictions, I think it's going to be very difficult. I think St Johnstone are in the driving seat, but you never know. Coming the back end of the season, you never know. I mean, I've always said it's the turn of the year after Christmas and New Year. That's when it all starts to happen. But you never know. As I said, my prediction would have been, and I've already said it, if we'd have beat Dunfermline and got Morton and beat Morton, that would have put a lot of pressure on St Johnstone, but it's not going to happen. And I've read Ian's comments at the end of the day. He's building, he's got to keep building, he's got to get rid of players that he doesn't want and bring in fresh faces. And if it doesn't happen this year, a big go next year, and I think that's Ian's thoughts.
And are the Partick Thistle fans as important as a 12th man, would you say?
Partick Thistle fans are superb, but in saying that, I mean, I've seen both sides of the coin. It's like everything else. If you're winning games and winning trophies, or not just trophies, I'm talking about championships, then all of a sudden the fans are behind you. But as soon as things goes wrong, football, it's the manager's head that they want to roll. So I've no agreements about the Thistle fans. They're absolutely brilliant as far as I'm concerned. Everybody else can speak for themselves.